Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight we close out Week 7 together with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Niner defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here's Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. But the Vikings still looking for that first win. 0-6 to start the year. And really, it's just sort of been one thing after another, Charles.
It certainly has, and they're one of those teams that while all teams talk about starting fast, that's like, topic one, this team never has. That's been an issue for them all season long, and because of that, they've never been able to catch up during games.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Cousins. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And this one is no good. He missed it.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey. Now inside the 25. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. A big play there from McCaffrey. 51 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
1st and goal from the 6. Purdy now to throw. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Another carry now for Madison. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. You look at this Niner defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. This defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Cousins. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 18. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On second down, McCaffrey, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. On first down, it's Purdy. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. First down, here's Mitchell. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after the loss of 1. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on is the rookie Jake Moody for the Niners field goal. And this one is right down Broadway. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage. Cousins. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll go Madison up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. Going to run with Madison again. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. Javon Hargrave, the former Eagle, there on the stop.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Madison. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
They go play action. Cousins letting one go deep for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. Joseph's got it, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So Charles on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. A little juke, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Open man is Samuel, complete. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Purdy will look to throw again here. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. Purdy off the play fake. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. That Samuel caught left side. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Now Purdy. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Shotgun now with Purdy. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with the catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Moore. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Second half begins with a carry by Mitchell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Purdy. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Throwing here, Purdy. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. But Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Purdy now to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
An excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring that fourth down here.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A tone setter on defense. They pick off the first pass. I had to look down, but yeah, no interceptions last week, so they made up for lost time.
Boy, did they ever. And when you pick off the first pass of the game, you talk about a tone setter. Now your whole entire defense is thinking, okay, when do we get our next one? Can't wait to get back out on the field and get after them.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go play action here. Purdy. Right side, and he finds Gray. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mitchell will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Once more with Mitchell, and this time he is in.
Yes.
Elijah Mitchell, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now Moody for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
What was that? Are you kidding me?
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Cousins now. Oh, the ball comes out on on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Cousins. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw is Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Play action now. Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Second and 10.
Now Cousins. And he slings one that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Cousins. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 43. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And this is a situation where as a head coach you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 32-yard line.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Rashaan Evans. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
A toss left side for Mitchell. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now Mason. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A second down throw for Cousins. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On third down, Cousins. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll run here with Mason. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
He'll try again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
And his kick is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Cousins to throw it.
Completes this to Addison out left.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
To throw, Cousins. Here's a diving catch right side. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On play action, Cousins. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
2nd down, Cousins. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Cousins gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
One last shot now for Cousins. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the 49ers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota.
New drip, I just spent some G's on my attire. These